Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of bummed you don't see anymore is chalk outlines. Honestly, you don't see them ever.
Wait, did you see a lot growing up?
No, what I'm saying is I saw a lot in movies. I saw a lot in movies, TV, album covers, cool shit. I don't think I've ever seen a chalk outline in my life. And I'm kind of bummed that I know. It's like seeing a fucking, white rhino. It's like fucking elusive and like surrounded by because it's everywhere. People die every day.
All the time, yeah.
Every day.
And you're curious, too, how long the chalk outline has to stay there?
Sure.
Because if it's in, your business, like a company,
can I get rid of the chalk outline?
And the company's kind of like, we got to get back to work, and the cops are like, we're going to make a compromise.
Yeah.
You could definitely get back to work. We got to know where Gary was shot, though, so that's got to stay on the ground.
I always and I do find it funny, it's because the chalk outlines are never thin. They're never with school chalk. They're always with that big, thick, fucking art chalk. Which also leads me to believe that there have been times where they had ran out of that white chalk and I guess we're using blue.
Yeah.
Just a weird rainbow colored chalk outline would be sick to see. You don't see it anymore or ever. Have you honestly?
The chalk guy, it's your one fucking job.
Yeah.
It's your one fucking job.
Shit.
He's like, I'll be back, and just runs to some kids outside. He's like, give me the chalk.
He comes back with a fucking 64 pack of Crayola. He's like, I didn't know what to do.
It's it was a bloodbath. There's 14 outlines.
Shit. And that's, I also wonder what they do, because every time you see a chalk outline, it's a very where the head is, where the but if someone has big hair, they gotta go around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They gotta go around it. They can't just mat down
the cloud with
seriously.
the two
or gigantic
coming
feet.
out.
What the fuck? They never do it. I'm tired of these bullshit. God. And it's is that so much to ask for? Just to, today. You said, and the reason I was I had to walk here from a fucking stop because some dude got murdered at the stop I usually get off at.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I saw them power washing the street.
Right.
Getting the blood off of it.
It's wild, too, that, at that corner at Allegheny, they're stopping shit for murders at that corner.
It's the only thing they'll stop it for. They won't stop it for anything else.
Right,
Everything
overdoses, they're
those aren't murders. Yeah. Those are that's fun going too far, is what that is.
We'll give you an extra light cycle. We'll we're going to keep the cars that are supposed to go at green held up for one.
When
but
someone overdoses, they do a chalk outline with Christmas lights that blink. It's like a rave. They do it really fucking good. But I don't think, it's they'll stop it for murder. And that was annoying too. I was also really mad. I was like, couldn't they just get murdered somewhere? I was like, couldn't you get murdered somewhere else, you fucking idiot? I was like, also, who gets stabbed to death? That was refreshing, though.
Yeah.
Instead of getting
stabbing, you don't see a good...
Sick.
You don't hear about good stabbings either. I mean, England...
Yeah, they got knife crime out the wazoo there.
Knife crime is crazy.
It's crazy there.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Right. And knife crime just sounds cooler than gun crime.
Yeah, knife crime...
Say gun crime and just... gun crime.
You really hate somebody you stab. You hate somebody you stab.
Sure.
You shoot somebody you dislike.
I mean, also, people get caught. You can get caught in the crossfire. I don't know anybody's ever get caught in the cross stabbing.
I don't know, man. Antonio Banderas can throw a fucking knife.
That's true.
He's winging those fucking knives.
Yeah.
Someone might get hit.
There's got to be collateral knife damage. Just fuck.
Because also you can duck a knife. A knife's flying.
First off, I don't know if you can duck a knife.
You think there's ever been a drive-by stabbing?
I mean, driving up, getting out, stabbing, and getting back. Yeah, definitely.
What about just hanging out the window?
That's a slashing. That's like
sword.
fucking. Yeah, that's a sword, Danny. That's hanging out with or a jousting pole, just like driving down the street. It's like, what are you
That
doing?
must have been, I mean, in
That
the
had to
Middle
happen.
Ages. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's more like on a horse. Like, if you're like a knight on a horse,
Yeah.
and you just like chonk somebody's fucking head off, he must have been like, yo, did you see that shit? Like,
Yeah, I also like I've watched a lot. Look, I don't need to brag. I've watched a lot of movies, and I've seen a lot of people in movies on horseback with like a mace or a sword or an axe or something, and they're like hitting all the right guys.
right.
There's no way there
Oh.
hasn't been times where like
Oh, fuck. Like,
That was
he
Mike.
ducked.
That
he
was-
ducked, dude. I didn't see you. Oh.
you tell me you don't all look the same with a chainmail. Fuck you. It's like, yeah, man, there had to have been wild ass damage being done with like idiots on store who were way too confident too.
I mean, the crazy thing about then too was they actually the armor was too good for a while for the weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just these battles where they're just like whacking each other.
Blunt force
Yeah,
trauma,
yeah,
hoping for concussions left and right.
And then like after 4 hours,
That's why-
everybody's just like,
That's why
Oh.
that's why maces and morning stars were invented.
really?
So the reason armor was getting so good to like prevent from being pierced and being slashed. So they were like, well, we can't cut off limbs and we can't stab you. Let's just beat you to death. Let's just find a way to cave in your helmet to a point where you can't see or it can't come off.
Right.
And that's when maces and morning stars and other like war hammers and shit like that. I mean, yeah, they're cool. And even axes.
Oh, dude.
Even axes were like, as much as they were meant for like lopping shit off, they were also meant to be like way more heavy.
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah.
like meant to like concuss you to a point of disorientation. And then maybe you'd be like, I gotta take this helmet off. And then they fucking get you, which is awesome as fuck. This is the M Podcast. I'm Ryan Shane, and I am here with a longtime great friend. You know him as the real American from the awful wrestling promotion, Dan Ostrov. Thank you for being on the show. We're talking about what the fuck ever.
What?
Also, I've got to say, I'm kind of mad. Speaking of like hitting someone in the head with an axe, I have beef with my corner store lady.
Oh, yeah. Like axe? Are we talking
I-
knife beef or gun beef?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the beef is. For the last 3 months, every time I've gone in there, she has given me a lot of shit. And I don't know why. And when I say a lot of shit, just being real short. And I know women don't owe me anything, especially Laotian women. They don't owe me anything. But I'll tell you what.
Well, one does. I mean, we don't have to talk about
I have been
Sung
shopping.
Si. Like, let's not bring up the whole thing with Sung Si at this juncture,
No.
but she does owe you, her first child.
And she keeps saying I owe her child support. So that I will not. I'm about to go full comedian from the
Okay, so yeah, to clarify, they don't owe you anything.
No.
You do owe them several years of child support.
Whatever. It was war, Dan.
Who's counting children
Look,
in war?
We don't know. You common people during war.
Everyone
'Cause you
counts
don't
the
know.
children that are killed. No one counts the children that are made.
We didn't pull out of Vietnam, and I didn't pull out of any Vietnamese woman. I will never. I will come inside of them. You heard it here. Anyway, this goddamn Laotian bitch.
Yeah.
I've been going there. And she's not a bitch. She's probably a nice lady. I don't know.
Sure.
I've been going there for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived in that area for 10 years. I've been going to that. I've been at steady patronage the whole time. And I don't know what I'm honestly racking my brain because like it was night and day.
Is this the same spot that the guy noticed when you stopped buying cat food?
Yes. And for those,
Yeah.
dude,
Good
that guy
ass
fucking
story.
rules
Mhm.
because I stopped by, like for the longest time, I had gone in there and that dude and I had very short conversations about anything. It was always just like how hot, cold, windy, rainy, snowy the weather was. It was nothing any more than that.
Yeah.
And it was the best because that's how all conversations when you're paying for shit should go.
Right.
It shouldn't be long drawn out fucking bullshit. Especially if there's a line, fucking, hey, how are you? Get the fuck out.
Don't want it.
That's how it should go. But one day I went in there and I'm buying like, I think some milk or some other crap. I don't even remember. And I go up to the counter and he's like, hey, he's like, I haven't seen you in a while. You used to come in here all the time and buy cat food. You don't have any cat food. What happened to the cat? Which is a bold question.
right.
And then I'm like, oh, he passed away. And he went, oh yeah, which I also enjoyed because he didn't go, oh sorry. He was just like, yeah, which is like better than a fucking bullshit hollow, like, I'm so sorry for your cat.
Or someone's got to tell their story about their cat.
He goes,
and it's like,
yeah. He's like, cats, they die. That's what they do. That's what they do. And I was like, kind of saying like, yeah. He goes, you know what you need to get? Turtle. Turtle live forever. Worst case scenario, you don't like turtle, you can eat turtle and no one cares. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. This dude rules.
I like pets that fall in that category.
Of where you can eat them?
Yeah, like rabbits.
Rabbits, definitely.
Rabbits. Yeah, because there's people that keep them
Don't
as
laugh
pets.
at that, Danny.
There's people that keep them as pets, and there's people that eat them, and they get along with each other. Like the people that eat them are like, I could keep this as a pet.
Yeah.
And the people that keep them as pets are like, nah, I sometimes want to eat that fucking thing.
We had rabbits growing up, and I remember when our 2 rabbits were murdered by a Rottweiler.
Fuck.
Yeah, they got fucking fucked up. They got killed because some dog broke in, and we knew the dog. That was the other thing, too. It wasn't like we were just like, it had to be a Rottweiler. We knew exactly what Sasha was doing, that piece of shit.
And looking at those.
So when the dog, and like that was the other thing, too, we knew it was that dog, but we had no like hard evidence. We were just like, we knew it was that one, so we couldn't be like, hey, your dog ate our rabbits. We were just like, well, you know, collateral damage.
Dogs do that.
Dogs do. That's what dogs do. They murder rabbits. But I remember when both the rabbits were dead, my stepdad at the time, he was just like, oh, God. Yeah, I guess we could like, you know, this is what was so wild about it, because he wasn't just talking about eating the rabbits. He was just like, yeah, I hear rabbit hearts are very good.
That's like particularly
more blood curdling and crazy.
I mean, I'll eat the rabbits, but just the heart.
Just the heart. He's like, rabbit hearts are very tender. And like, I'm staring at a fucking no chalk outlines on these rabbits.
Just a mangled
just
rabbit.
Mangled bullshit. And I
Here's
was like,
a scalpel.
fuck.
We're gonna do a little dissection today.
It was wild, and I just
biology 101.
And then I think we buried them or threw them away or whatever. But it was crazy because he didn't say rabbit stew. Like what you think in your brain, that's cartoonish. We hear it all the time. Bugs Bunny was constantly being threatened with rabbit stew.
Yeah.
But
heart.
There was not one time when Albert Foe was like, I'm going to eat your heart. Like, it's like what? Spooning out of the fucking goddamn rabbit.
Dude, the more specific a threat is,
it's great.
It's like way more terrifying.
It's so good.
If it was like, I'm going to kill you, I'd be like, let's see you try. If they're like, I'm going to cut your eyes out, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, I don't know how we've got to this impasse, but let's like.
There was a fuck, and I remember saying it once, and looking back, I'm like, that was a little crazy, but I meant it at the time. I threatened some guy. I told him I would devour his skin. Which is fucking awesome. I will devour your fucking... And I remember like, what is coming out of my head?
That's good though.
But it was great at the time. Looking back on it, I was like, I gotta wet out.
Because the typical thing is to save the skin, you know, of the victim.
I'll
like
eat
Jeffrey
just
Dahmer.
the skin.
Yeah.
Peel it off of the chicken. Save it.
Yeah. This is the cracklings.
Nah, it's just good.
Part.
I'm gonna shake and bake your ass, you fuck. I will kill you and then eat you. I think that's, you got to get more specific with the threats.
Do you think like amongst cannibals, when they like roast people, there's like quality? Like they're like, don't let Jeff roast the next guy.
Oh, you mean like bad? Like they're like, worse chefs than others?
Yeah. he like gets the fire way too hot, just like burns.
He's just like, how do you guys want it done? Like, we all know how it's gonna be done, Jeff.
Yeah, just stay away from the grill, all right?
Fuck, he fucks everything up. He has no idea what temperature means.
Ronnie, I mean, he's just like gets it nice. The coals are perfect.
Yeah,
it takes a day and a half, but it's worth it.
Yeah, there probably had to be.
I mean, this is a Christian missionary. He's all like marbled.
You got to figure it out. Yeah. You got to get the good cuts. Yeah. You're just throwing a body on a fire, you fucking retard. Yeah, I need to eat well. If you're going to eat someone, you got to make it. Now, if you were ever in a situation, say you went, like I've said before, because, I don't travel anywhere. I've never been anywhere.
You're just on the West Coast?
Yeah, I was out on the West
tour?
Coast, but that's not like, I'm talking like abroad. I've never been.
Abroad.
Abroad.
The way you said abroad
I've never.
just like disqualifies you from
ever traveling.
getting out of this country.
You know what? I'm too American
Goddamn
to
right.
go
Yeah.
anywhere.
There's a bunch of brides here.
Yeah, but I've never been abroad. I've never been abroad at all. Never been abroad.
Never been abroad.
Never been abroad, and I never would. But if I were to go and say, let's hypothetically, I went to some Asian-y country, which is again disqualifies me from traveling anywhere.
They're like, you're here to pay child support.
I'm like,
Good.
Where were you? I was like, I was in an Asian-y country. I don't fucking know.
One of them.
One
Is
of
there a
them.
huge difference? They're like,
It's in a circle.
It's a huge difference. Okay,
cares?
I didn't know. I thought
It was the land of the rising sun. One of them. There's many. But if I went somewhere and it was, they were trying to if I went to a place and I wouldn't disrespect their culture if they gave me something that would be seen as taboo. You know what I mean? Like if I went to, Japan, and I don't know why I'm picking Japan because I don't know if they eat tiger over there, but just say if
Let's say they do.
Let's just say they
somebody in Japan's eating a tiger at
Eating
some
tiger?
point. Yeah, for sure.
They have tiger style. I want tiger, Korean barbecue style. If I go to Japan, I want Korean barbecue in Japan with my tiger. If I go there and they're like, hey, we have Bengal tiger and we're going to make it, I'd be like, fuck yeah. I would be bummed,
Yeah.
It sucks a
but
Bengal
the tiger's
tiger.
already dead.
Yeah, it's already dead, but I also don't want to make them feel like I'm like, oh, I'm better than this. I'm better.
No,
you
that
guys are
shit-
savages.
I mean, not to talk about my broad bona fides, but
Yeah.
when I was in Japan with my friends, they speak Japanese and they're like, oh my God, whales on the menu. This is so horrible. Like,
What?
yeah, they're like, I can't, they're still, because it's secret, but they're like, they have
Whoa.
whale here.
They have a
'cause-
secret menu?
yeah, because you're not supposed to eat whale, but they have it.
So if you go there and be like, can I have a number
Yeah,
10?
yeah.
They're like, whale.
And they're like, but they were like, I can't believe it's so horrible. I'm like, yeah, but like
fuck it.
the whale's dead,
Yeah.
right?
What
So,
kind of what kind of whale was it? Did you know?
I don't know.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
I mean, no idea.
That's the only thing I don't
Yeah.
want to know. I was like, what kind of whale is it? And they'd be like, it's orca. I'd be like, get me that fucking death fish
Sweet.
now.
They're
Did you
like, yeah,
You hear about the fucking orcas
they're
attacking
figuring
ships?
out how to
It's
attack
fucking
ships.
awesome.
It's so great.
I am
Yeah.
pumped as fuck. Dude, I had you know what, man? I've often said, and I've talked about it on this podcast. I think I've talked about it on other things. I've talked about it in passing. I've ruined holiday dinners talking about it. But if I'm ever attacked by a wild animal, no tears at the funeral.
No, dude.
No tears at the
No,
funeral.
I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No tears.
Like it's how you would have wanted
This
to go.
is fucking just,
Yeah.
it sucks. And I'm pretty sure it would suck when it's happening. I'll yell.
I think I would have one single tear, be like, God damn it, he did it.
Yeah.
He fucking
That's right.
did it.
And actually, to tell you the
He
truth,
lived his
if
dream.
I did die by whatever wild animal it was next to my picture, I want a picture of the wild animal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Invite him to the funeral.
Dude, that would be fun.
like, you got your man.
Yeah.
And the
And then
bear's
it's just like,
yeah.
what the fuck happened here?
Just bring out this bear like with a little hat on.
Just on a tricycle.
Yeah.
Dude, we also demeaned that bear.
Yeah, it's got a wreath. It just drops a wreath on your
Oh
grave.
man.
Like train the bear to drop a wreath.
That would be, dude. If I am attacked by a bear, hypothetically, and I'm killed in the woods, you bury me in the woods where that bear was. So maybe that bear would pay respect.
Right.
Maybe that bear, and we'll put up a camera to watch my gravesite, and maybe the bear will come there and just be like, whoa, did that bear just bless himself at the grave? It was like, fucking right, he did.
Fucking right.
Because I tried very valiantly to, and that would be the thing too. It's like I'd want, in a perfect world, when people talk about hey, what's your perfect Sunday? It's a fucking final photograph of me squaring up with a bear. Right before that bear decapitates me with one swipe. Knocks my head clean off my body.
But just like if you could get one good like snout shot in.
Oh,
you know,
dude, if
like,
you that's
Yeah.
like Chuck Wepner knocking down Ali. It's like one thing like that everyone would talk about forever. It's like, yeah,
Right.
he did not win. But we based a whole movie off of it. That's what Rocky's based off of. It's based off of a guy who not. Did you know that?
No shit.
Rocky is based off of Chuck Wepner, and this actually goes into bear fighting, which is dope. This is a great segue. Chuck Wepner was known as the Bayonne Bleeder from Bayonne, New Jersey. He was not a very good boxer. In fact, the reason he was known as the Bayonne Bleeder is because a lot of his fights got stopped because he would bleed so much.
He's bleeding too much.
He bled a lot.
You're known by how badly you get
But
beaten.
he was a workhorse. He was a tough as nails fucking dude. And I don't remember exactly how it got to be where something happened where somebody dropped out of a fight or was not able to fight Ali, and then Chuck Wepner was like, I'll do it. He was just next in this fucking line of fighters.
Yeah.
He agreed to do it, which, again, had no business being in the ring with fucking Muhammad Ali.
Sure.
Not many people did.
Yeah.
And then he goes in, holds his own, and knocks Ali down,
Wow.
which most people can't even say they did. But he did do it, and he did lose the fight.
I mean, Ali didn't get knocked down by like George Foreman.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of like, holy shit, this guy
That's
did this.
wild.
So
Yeah.
then that's what Rocky is based off of. That's what Rocky is based off of, Chuck Wepner. But Chuck Wepner is also famous for another reason, because in New Jersey, Chuck Wepner in a bar boxed a bear, which is fucking awesome.
Fucking A, man.
That is the coolest fucking thing in the world. At no point in time, like if someone was like, yo, and I think, well, there's a movie called Chuck. It's got Lieb Schreiber in it, who plays Chuck Wepner, which is also great.
Yeah.
If you've never seen it, it's a dope movie.
Great actor.
But he has children.
Chuck Wepner.
Chuck Wepner has children. If I ever, knew my dad boxed a bear, I would never not bring that up.
Oh, man.
Ever. At any time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to.
Oh, I mean, it kills like the whole like my dad could beat up your dad. Like my dad can't just beat up your dad. My dad could beat up your dad if
And
he
a bear.
also had a bear.
And a bear.
With him. Yeah.
And it's like, that is, and another thing that's so super cool about him boxing the bear, he also boxed a bear at a bar. Allegedly, it's in the movie. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if they added it in just for funzo. But apparently, the guy whose bar it was, that guy invented the wet t-shirt contest. Which is also fucking dope. That's just another sprinkling of fucking awesome.
I would love it too if Chuck didn't plan on boxing the bear that night. Like if he was
just showed up.
He's just in the bar and they're like, we got this bear here. And the guy's like, we should get somebody to box him. He just like slammed his beer down and was like, I knocked down Ali. I'm going to knock down that bear.
I could box a bear.
Yeah.
I don't
Box
actually.
a bear. Where is it? Where's a bear? That's a big bear.
And that's another thing too. If I were to go overseas and someone was like, hey, it's our culture, you have to fight this bear, I'd be like, I guess I have to.
Yeah.
That's
Damn it.
the problem.
You guys already did this?
I'm
like
so
we all definitely
uncultured
did.
that I would be victimized and exploited by what they would say. And I'd be like, oh my God, I don't want to disrespect you. Fuck. Fuck.
I know he gets like honor is a big thing here. All right. Yeah. Is
like,
honor a big thing
if
here?
I went to like Russia and they're like, yeah, you got to break this bottle over your head. It's tradition. I'd be like, fuck. I guess I have to. And it's like, only real men don't pass out when they break bottle overhead. I'm like, I gotta be real.
Shit. And then they're all like,
just
fuck,
keep hitting myself. And they're like, нет. That's too much.
Yeah.
That would be fucking amazing.
I think one of the great things we've lost in America is fucking with foreigners. Because you can't do it. Right?
Daniel.
Because in other countries, in other countries, they're like a foreigner. Let's fuck with them.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never been to a different country.
Yeah, they do. They fuck with you.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Honestly, Dan, I don't know what else is gonna happen today. I got work later. I don't know how shitty that's gonna be. But I think one thing that's gonna carry me through is like, you know what sucks? We don't fuck with foreigners anymore. You're right. We don't.
We don't.
We got caught up in this stigma where, hate crime this.
Yeah. And it came from a good place. It came from a good place.
Did it?
Yeah, I mean, they're like, we got to stop fucking with these foreigners. We know it's fun. Obviously, it's fun.
Sure.
They don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. We really fucked with those Irish when we made them join the Union Army right off the bat. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, we're fucking with them. What do you want? You want to live here? You better die for a cause right away. Did you just flee famine?
Yeah.
You better get over here and possibly be taken out by grape shot from a cannon. Hope you don't die.
You heard of Lincoln? All right. Well, you're in his army now.
Yeah, you're fighting. Yeah. You're gonna fight, right? Yeah. Don't be a dummy.
Come on,
man. Yeah, I mean, I think I fucked with what do you consider fucking with foreigners? Like what would you do?
Making up,
say let's wind the clock.
Like the guy in the guy in Russia. The guys in Russia,
sure,
who are like, this is our tradition. You have to do it.
Sure,
And just being like, this is a thing that we all do here.
All right.
Now you do it.
Sure.
And just, like if you went to like a Pacific island, they'd be like, oh, this is a sea slug and you got to eat it.
Yeah.
If you want to be like respected on this island.
Well,
and then you eat it and they're all like, oh shit.
Well, that's also, I think the reason we our inability to fuck with foreigners is because America is this melting pot of foreigners, and we have so many cultures here that even if you were like, yeah, this is what we do, they'd be like, no, you fucking don't. I think the only thing that I think
they'd be like, they're fucking with you again.
I mean,
they're fucking with you. They fucked with me. They're fucking with you.
Let's see. I think the only thing I think we should do is we have to bring back American Gladiators, and be like, you know what? You want a job here? You have to go through the whole assault course.
It's like the elderly Laotian couple that runs.
Oh my god,
the corner store. We're like, you gotta fight.
I would be.
You gotta fight each other. And this doesn't seem right.
Fuck that, dude.
This doesn't seem like the land of opportunity.
I'd be dressed like Tower with the fucking tennis ball gun, just like lighten her up. Be like, yeah, that's right. Now you tell me why you're mad at me, you bitch. We're fucking with you. Sorry, we're fucking with you.
Yeah. Just pull it back a little bit.
But then again, everything about America kind of fucks with foreigners. Like, we love blowing shit up. We love monster trucks. We love the American flag. It's everywhere. I don't know if when you were in Japan, was the goddamn sun everywhere?
No, not like here. Not like here. Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't think a lot of countries don't.
They fuck with you there.
In Japan?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, They do it subtly though. They'll be like, you go into a restaurant and they'll like ask the people next to you. They're like, is it cool if you sit next to these foreigners? Like, they stink. Like, we know they smell. And the people will be like, it's good. Or they'll be like, no, move me. I can't stand the stink.
Then again, but I wouldn't be mad about that. If I went into a fucking Japanese restaurant in Japan and they're like, oh, this guy fucking stinks. I'm like, you goddamn right, I fucking stink. Because then I would just be like, do we need to go look at the living shadows? Do we need to go and find out what happened here?
You don't fuck with us.
I got Fat Man and Little Boy right here. This is what you want to fucking throw down on. I'll fucking recreate the whole thing, bitch. No.
Do you know the thing with Harley Davidson, the Fat Boy?
No.
Ever hear this story? This is wild. So Harley Davidson, they have So Harley Davidson was getting killed by like Honda and like motorcycles, and they got a law passed that you couldn't import Japanese steel. It was like something that basically like fucked Honda. And like and in celebration, they made the Fat Boy taking Fat Man and Little Boy and combining them to be like, gotcha again.
Damn, dude.
Which is truly fucked up.
I mean, it is. Yeah. It is. But everything, goddamn the horrors of war.
God, yeah.
It's like, I mean, so is World War II your favorite war?
Favorite. I mean, you want to talk about favorite? We're talking Peloponnesian War,
man.
Shaner.
I'm
Battle of Thermopylae.
fine. I don't even know what.
No, I mean, you know,
is.
my grandpa worked on the Manhattan.
Yeah,
Project.
that's awesome.
I told you that. Yeah,
That's
so
fucking
probably
great.
World War II.
Yeah, because you got like, I mean, my
Yeah.
grandfather was in the South Pacific Theater, dude. He was actually doing shit while your
That's
grandfather
serious
was
shit,
fucking
man.
just being an egghead.
Just in a lab,
That's fine.
like pouring test
He
tubes.
was hush hush while my fucking grandfather was shooting down fucking kamikazes.
I mean,
Trying not to
that's
die.
fucking wild. That he
Yeah,
was in
that is wild,
That's
dude.
fucking. That theater was nuts.
That is
man.
a crazy thing.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
also think it's crazy because my grandfather's his ship wasn't a battleship. It was an oil reserve ship. So he had to follow ships just to fuel the battleships. And they had like 2 guns, if anything. And it's just like shooting at nothing.
What's crazy is that people came from fighting the Germans to the South Pacific and were like, this is really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, please send me back to fight
Dude,
the Nazis.
It's
This is horrible.
I mean, at that point in time, I think also, I'd be pumped to like say I'm like shooting down the kamikazes, and then I get hit, and then I fall in the water. I'm like, fucking goddamn, I'm dying in war, and then a shark eats me. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Eaten by,
not only did I die
did it.
valiantly fighting for my country, I was eaten by nature.
He got everything he
I
wanted.
had everything I wanted right then and there.
And then we're like, we saved his head.
Yeah, it's like, we
that
got
was
it.
his last.
I think the last thing, if I fell off the ship and just weirdly enough, as I'm falling, a woman on the deck of the ship is wearing a skirt and the wind blows it up and she's like, oh, I'd be like, ah, I'd be like, fucking saw some gash. And then I fucking die. We got messages to listen to.
You're like, just like do a salute and like go down.
Oh, man. Put them cans on.
All right.
Or don't. I don't know. Hopefully we get some cool World War II messages.
Two messages.
Hopefully it's my grandfather from beyond the grave.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah. I didn't fucking watch my friends die.
That would be awesome.
Hi. I'm Rowie. I'm a comedian in New York. I thought you'd pick up. I don't know. I'm very confused right now. Romy Rosner posted your phone number, I guess. I watched you go up one time at the fucking, like, the doubles show at Helium, and you were up there with Tim Butterly. That was super cool, and you're very funny. I'm very confused. Have a great day. Go Romy. Rowie Rosen on Instagram. R-O-U-R. I'm so sorry, dude.
That was it?
All right.
All right. I'm also very confused.
Yeah. He was very confused. He's like, I thought he was just trying to call you.
So wait,
to talk.
wait a minute.
He wanted to talk with you.
Now I understand. Now I get it. He thinks that the 833 number, the 800 number, is my personal number.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I'm not that big time. Also, even if I was, why would I put my personal number on Instagram just so anybody could call that?
Right. And was he like, I just want to call. Was Romy, very funny comedian, by the way, was Romy like, you should call Ryan to talk with it. He'd love to see what's up.
You know what? I haven't questioned her. Maybe I should. But
like, had you answered, what would the conversation have been?
I would have been like, "What is this?" But yeah, thanks for calling, Rowie. All right. I'm actually at a loss.
Like, I'm glad I got you on the phone. Can I run some bits by you?
Yeah, I don't know what that would be. I hope, it would be crazy. You know what I'm actually waiting for is like someone to call with like, just like, we haven't got any mean messages yet, which I'm actually kind of.
Batter up.
I'm not saying to just fly off the handle here, guys. Don't treat me like a foreigner and start fucking with me. I'm just saying I'm kind of surprised. Right. But, yeah, all right, Rowie. I hope. Everything's working out for you in New York. Thanks for calling. Maybe I'm sorry I didn't pick up.
Just straight like Bill the Butcher you. Like, foreign hordes come to defile our shores.
I All right, we got another one. Holy shit.
What's up, Shaner? I'm talking on my earbuds, so I hope this doesn't sound like shit. But anyway, the show's awesome. You're just talking about if a woman's not that good looking, but she's good in bed, that's all right with you. Do you agree with if a woman's not that great looking, but she can't get pregnant, she's definitely going to get cocked because she can't get pregnant? And so guys don't have to worry about not busting her. I don't know. This might sound stupid. Never mind. I gotta go.
I feel like people should have a little more confidence in their calls.
You know,
like, I got a real question here. Like,
I think it's because they are confident in the beginning. If they're just like, yeah, I got a fucking question. I fucking sound retarded. I'm sorry. And I've been there. I know what that's like. I've had to talk to many a police officer lying about stuff where I'm like, I have the biggest lie. I know exactly. It's airtime. I'm dumb.
So good.
I'm dumb. Do I think... So, I did say that if a woman's not that hot, but she's good in bed, that kind of, that helps. That's great.
Yeah.
But if a woman is not that hot but can't get pregnant, does that make her more desirable because you can just dump in her and not have to worry about it? Yes and no. I would say this. If a woman's like, hey, I can't get pregnant, you can come inside. First of all, if any woman ever said that, I'd be like, this is a trap.
Definitely. Yeah.
This
That's
is a
their
trap.
first thought. Like
First trap.
Yeah. You can definitely come inside. It's fine. I can't get pregnant.
Dude, I would be like, no fucking way.
Yeah. Although I have trusted, like, what is it? The Nuvia ring?
The Nouveau ring? Yeah.
Like women being like, I have the Nouveau ring.
Dude, have you ever, so the,
and you're like, all right, I'm shooting. And it's like, you can't see that.
The fucking, what are those things called? The IUDs? You ever deal with those? Not the injected one, the one that's up in there with like the things that the worst is like
I hit that one.
I hit it all the time. It sucks. I've ruined IUDs. And it's like part of you is like, fuck yeah.
I've crushed it.
I am deep.
Yeah.
I'm deeper in you than
do I have to pay for this thing? I mean, I'm actually kind of losing my erection just thinking about the finances here.
You're just gonna be like, do you have Shaner insurance? Because I'm about to fuck this up. I hope you do.
Will it still function if I just crush it?
No, it fucking hurt. It feels weird. Like, first off, I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? And like, oh, that's my IUD. I'm like, wow,
take
that sucks.
Out?
But don't get me wrong. That's great that they're taking preventative measures if they don't want to have a kid and you can fucking shoot thick ropes inside somebody. That's awesome. But I also would think if a lady was like, I can't get pregnant, you can get it in. Part of me would be more concerned, not so much about pregnancy, but about STIs and how many people just unprotectedly fuck this woman to a point where she's just totally cavalier with her whole non-pregnancy lifestyle. That would be that would be more concerning than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been in situations where women have told me that they can't get pregnant. I'm like, that sounds like fucking quicksand, man.
I dated a girl for a couple years who thought she couldn't get pregnant. And then...
And what happened, Dan?
She got, not with me, but she got pregnant.
And
she
what
has a
happened,
kid.
Dan?
Yeah, she has a kid, And so then I'm like, maybe my boys can't swim?
Dude, oh, man, that does make you wonder. Yeah. That would make... I'm
trying to remember if we... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we...
That'd be crazy to find out, like, you just have retarded sperm.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't feel bad. I'd feel like that would be a power move to tell a woman.
Yeah, right.
Like, don't worry, you can't get pregnant.
It's like
my swimmers are fucked
like
up.
my sperm count is 1. Like what? 1
what do you
million
mean?
part? No. There's just one of them. Yeah.
He comes out. He's like a fish flopping around on your stomach. Just fucking gotta kill it. Like fuck, it's stupid.
Remember Gomer Pyle?
Yeah, dude. I often think about I've thought about that too. Because there have been times where I, thought I was going to have a close call. And they talk about even if you're, safe with the whole pulling out, which I think my pull out game's pretty good.
Dude.
I shoot.
Mine is amazing.
Yeah.
Or they don't work.
Sure.
Yeah. One or the other. But I've been doing that.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I've been doing it for 15 years.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, how far do you shoot?
depends the day. You know that. It's like
depends the day.
no, like sometimes it's like
Oh no, I mean I've gotten some fucking dick trickles. Sometimes
and then sometimes like boom,
man, yeah. I've
like wall in another room, just blow.
I mean, I've been at the foul line and gone over the basket. That's the fucking way. I've done that before.
Take it easy,
And
Shaq.
it's just like, where am I going? I'm Daryl Dawkins, the backboard. Just
No,
fucking-
I block.
Yeah.
I usually go for the block or maybe less aim at something.
I mean, I
Take aim and fire.
just have her
there's
hold
gonna
up
be
a
like
fucking
something sexy
target.
there, like come here. come
Yeah, I
there,
mean,
you know.
that's also the other thing too.
I'm married. It's like I'm married, so I
Yeah.
can't get too into like
Yeah,
sexual
don't.
details. You're like, no, once you're married, nobody fucking wants to hear it. You know, I'm like, let me tell you what we were getting up to. It's like, stop.
That's
Please
not true.
Stop. Please stop.
That's not true. If someone's like, let's put it this way, yeah, sure, it's kind of like, it's not kosher, I guess, for like your buddy who's married to a lady to be like, dude, we get filthy.
Yeah.
But would I be like, don't talk about that? I would be like,
Dare you?
I'd be like, what's up? I'd be like, yo, what?
Oh, I mean, I thought you were gonna say if you're like Tito Ortiz dating Jenna Jameson, then people
Sure.
are like, give us the details.
No, I mean, that's one thing, but I already know the details. I've
Yeah, we
seen
do know the
pornography.
details. All right.
But what I'm saying is if my buddy was like, yeah, my wife is out of control, I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. I wouldn't be like, ew. I'd be like, oh, what? That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And then part of me would be like, yo, should she have a sister? That would be the next question. Would be like, yo, she got anybody who looks like her? Who's just as freaky?
I feel the it's like on average men want to get it on more than women. On average. But the women that do like far outpace even the men that want to get it in.
What do you
all the
mean?
time. Like women who are nymphomaniacs want to have sex way more than men who are nymphomaniacs. That's my theory.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
But what I am saying, I guess it's more like, that fucking God's twisted design of like men hitting their sexual peak at 18.
Yeah.
And then it's starting to decrease as women are hitting their sexual peak in their 30s, which is fucking, what are you doing?
Right. Why?
Why would you do that?
Why?
When people are like, hey, do you believe in God? I'm like, that sick asshole fucking my life up? Maybe I do.
Yeah, why would you take a species
Why
and be
would
like,
you do that?
We're gonna completely throw a wrench in this
That's
thing.
also the other thing is like, why would you take a species and do that when your whole point of the species is to propagate and make more of us to worship you?
One of the sexes is just not going to be as into it until like 20 years down the road when the other ones are like, I'm out.
I'm fucking horned up. It's like,
Yeah.
not so much.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking about just whittling or smoking meat.
the lawn it's like, looks horrible. Like
horse shit. That's horse
I got
shit.
a lot of projects.
But I mean, that's I would say that as a guy who has a pretty high sex drive, I would say most of the women, actually every woman I've ever dated, I've had a higher sex drive than they've had, and that's not caused problems, but it has been like, because I'm easily aroused by women I date, and it gets to a point where I'm just like, God damn, like everything.
I think I broke my pinky, and you're like,
Whoa.
Did you?
Well, it's kind of like one of those
Like
things.
it hurts,
Dude, one time I remember
really swollen.
years ago, my girlfriend was what the fuck was she making? She was making something in the kitchen. She got something happened where she was like covered in flour.
Well,
like
dude, that's fucking
out of a stupid fucking cartoon. But like head to like on her chest, she was like, I'm fine. What the fuck? I was like, oh my God. Dude, I was so aroused.
But that's pretty hot too, in a weird way.
I guess.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
just covered in flour.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whoa. I don't know. Like,
I actually don't. Just covered in flour.
poof.
Dude, that would be a really niche fucking stripper thing, just coming out, just dumping flour on themselves. Like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, it was, and I mean, I didn't think that would turn me on. She's like, that's what gets you? I'm like, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I think it's just more like, whoa, you're going to have to take them clothes off. Maybe. I don't know.
But keep the flour.
But keep the flour on your fucking face.
Or put like a little water in it.
Maybe
Just
let's
make like
make-
a simple dough.
Let's make some cake. Let's make some cake. I'll use my baby batter to fucking get it. Oh.
Here it is, girl.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like, women that I date, or like most, I'm just like, whoa, that's fucking hot. Like even when the one time, it sucked because one of my girlfriends had a really bad flu once, and she was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But goddamn, was she still hot? Like she looked like she was going to die.
Yeah, just like mucus.
It
like
was
pouring
disgusting
out.
as hell. She also stunk.
Racked with cough.
At one point in time, she just got done throwing up, and I was like, ooh.
Is that
What?
diarrhea running down your
What
leg?
is that?
She's like, it's probably.
Yeah,
it's
that's also another thing, too. And, like, I don't want to sound weird, but one time a girl came over to my house, and she crapped so hard.
that was a
Like,
turn on.
dude, and it wasn't so
That
much.
turn on. We're like, what?
It wasn't so much a turn
You better
on
come here.
as much as it was, like, impressive. You know what I mean? Because, like, usually chicks, if they're just, like, hooking up with a dude, or they're just, like, it's kind of a casual thing, like, you don't fucking pitch a loaf in some guy's house. Or what if it is fucking gross? Like, that's another level of, like...
Was that like a first date thing, or you?
No, we had seen each other a couple times.
Oh, okay.
And then...
because if that's a first date move for a girl,
that's power.
That's a power
That's
move.
power
like,
move.
Just, like you come in a dude's house and be like, "I'll be right there."
Excuse me, where's your bathroom at?
Yeah, I gotta blow it up.
Excuse me. And then just going in and just like, whoa, what? What happened in here? There was one time where a chick went into my bath. This is the same chick. This is the same thing. Like when she went in, she crapped, and then I was coming upstairs because I was like, I have to go to the bathroom too. She like she like stood in the doorway and then closed it. She's like, do not.
Don't go.
And I was like, oh, you disgusting bitch. And then I waited and I went in and it's still, dude, they had hang time, dude.
I'll say I've been married 10 years. I've never known when my wife took a shit,
What?
and it's amazing. It's just God gave this one gift to me.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, he was like, you're gonna put up with some shit,
But not that shit.
not that
But not that shit. I don't know.
It's amazing. It's truly.
I mean, that's great,
Yeah.
and I'm pumped for you. But I've also I've dated women who have had like absurd gas too, which is funny, which is also really funny. Like it's funny because they're like, oh my God, it's so bad.
It's just
like
a thing, and she'll talk about it. She's like, her dad was like, oh, like what a woman does in the bathroom should never be known, and that's how she lives. Shout out. She probably doesn't want to say her name. People can look it up.
No, shout out
don't.
Dan's wife, whose bowel movements are fucking like the wind.
Mystery.
They're fucking dude. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's incredible.
What a woman does in the bathroom should never be known by a man, or
Yeah.
just that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a tattoo.
right.
That's fucking like
And I don't
just
know if
Sanskrit on the
it's like
side.
in a weird way. I'm like, it's like humans are humans. Like I'm not theoretically for that. I'm like, people are people.
People are gonna crap.
Obviously, she shits. We all shit. Should it be this like taboo thing? No, probably not.
Probably not.
But in like, I don't complain.
yeah, sure.
It's a bit, like there's like a bit of hypocrisy there. I
mean,
suppose.
I guess it's also like I don't want to, go into a bathroom at a lady's house and fucking decimate that thing.
Yeah.
I don't need that. One thing I will say too, ladies, if you are single, I'm talking to all the single ladies here.
All the single ladies.
If
You
you're
should write a
single,
song about that.
I should,
called
throw your
All the
hands
Single-
up. But Dan, I appreciate you.
we just
I
go with it, man.
Appreciate you going the whole fucking way. If you are single and you don't have a plunger in your bathroom, you're an asshole.
Oh yeah.
You're what kind of wild ass shit is that?
Yeah. What have you done to me?
What are you?
You've ruined this relationship.
It's kind of like when I go into a bathroom and I don't see a plunger at a lady's house. I'm like, you must have the smallest poops in the world, or they're just like, is it all liquid? Do you have diarrhea constantly? Like, what is that?
Right, yeah. Where is
There
the
are times
plunger?
where I have
Yeah.
broken plungers trying to plunge my. It's true. I've fucked up things that I don't even want to talk about.
We had to get a new toilet.
Dude, there have been times where
We're gonna get a new house.
there is
Like,
nothing.
this septic system is just done
Yeah,
for.
it's like I fucked it up. It looks like a snake swallowed a watermelon.
just
It
totaled
is
the
not
house.
good. The pipe
wall
is
just came
fucked.
out and like shit spraying.
We need an exorcism. It's fucked up here. But I've been in situations where like I've flushed 4 or 5 times and like, what is up with my dump, dude? It's like fucking, what did I do? How did this happen?
Yeah.
But there have been times where I've been so bold and brazen, like I'm gonna crap here, and then like the worst is like sitting down and you're already like, it's already happening. The levee is broken. And you're like, oh, no plunger. What is this? What is this?
I mean, are you having to use a plunger?
Not every time, but sometimes you don't know what's
Like
going on.
what percentage are you using a plunger for?
I'd say like 30% of the time.
30%.
30%.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
I think are we having like very different shit?
I mean, I just shit a lot.
How often do you use a plunger?
I mean, maybe 10 times in my entire life.
Yeah, yeah.
10 times in your entire life?
30% of the time.
Dude, I have fucked up some toilets.
Maybe you're using too much toilet paper, man.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But, like,
that seems
what I'm
like-
saying is I've crapped to a point of no return.
Yeah. Like you have shits that you're like, this ain't going down
There are
normally.
times where I have shit and I've just been like, that is just too much shit. That is just too much shit. Because there's also the other thing I will say that
all the water's gone out of the toilet.
the other thing is too, my toilet is kind of fucked up, so it doesn't drain properly, so there's not a lot of water in the toilet. So like it like gets in there, but it doesn't have and that's the other
that
thing
might
too.
be your issue.
My toilet
Yeah, it might-
is
you're
old
fucked.
as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's not a new low flow toilets, which I think are bullcrap.
Oh, fuck that.
They're the worst.
Low flow, man.
But like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have the firepower to suck all them turds out of there. And that pisses me off.
Yeah, you got to get,
Yeah,
you got to get one of those like, black market.
They're the best.
Yeah, Belarusian imports, man. The Belarusians,
I would love to just have, part of me would love to have just a hole in the floor where my poop falls to like a fucking.
That exists. That's like a big thing
What?
in a lot of countries. Yeah, it's a rope and a hole. It's the best toilet, the best toilet ever made. Hole in the floor, and there's a rope that you just hold on to and squat down over it and drop it in. Yeah.
Where
And
is this?
Everywhere.
If you ever
Everywhere.
go to any of those Asian places you're talking about,
You know what
Them
this sounds
Asian
like?
countries,
This sounds
yeah.
like them just fucking with foreigners. That's what this sounds like. Them is like, oh, you
Right,
want
we're gonna get
to
him
use the toilet?
Come on, he did it. Yeah.
He's using a
And
rope in
they're
the hole like an idiot.
They're like, why didn't you use the?
We have a bathroom.
They'll like,
when you book rooms in certain countries, they'll list European style toilet.
right.
And European means rope in
A
the hole.
normal, no, normal.
Oh.
Yeah.
So everything else is just this fucking
Rope in a hole, man.
thing.
Yeah. And it's the best way.
So wait, where does the poop go?
down the hole?
Where? No shit. No
I don't
shit,
know
Dan.
where does poop ever go? Like,
The sewer, a septic tank.
there's probably a sewer.
Yeah, but if it's just free falling,
So the ones
it's
I've
got to hit
seen-
something. And is
the
there like
ones
a
I've
Roman
seen-
aqueduct that's like just flowing underneath there the whole time?
This is the ancient Roman aqueducts, man. They're just still in action. Just
Man.
shit, just slide.
It's just a fucking slip and slide
Yeah.
full of shit.
Yep, yeah.
That sounds amazing. Well, I mean, it does sound amazing, but also I wouldn't trust it in any way. I just feel like, where does the shit go? I'd have more
Right,
questions.
where does the shit
Where
go?
does the shit go?
I think Right. It's a water park down there.
Yeah. Where is it going?
It's about to embark on the adventure of its life.
Especially if you're at a hotel.
Yeah.
I'd be like, where is this crap going?
And they're like, there's going to be a hole in the. There's also going to be a hole above you. Don't ever stand.
That's also what I'm saying. If you're on the 3rd floor of this hotel and you're shitting in a hole, where is my poop going?
When I lived in Kensington in this warehouse, and we had
Danny.
We had a hole in the floor, and so we're getting new roommates, and we're like interviewing people. This one dude, Mike Chimento, I'll say his full name because he'd love it, comes in, and immediately he's like, "Hey, good to meet you. Is that a hole in your floor? What do you guys stick your dick in that hole?" And we're like, "This is our roommate. I mean, obviously the search is over. Like,
that's great.
This is our guy.
That's fucking great."
Yeah.
I just need like again, if I went to
I think you need to go to Asia land.
I think I need to go to some Asian country.
You would love it, dude.
That was a thing I was told.
Mm-hmm.
I was told this by people who have been to the Orient. If I can say, is that
the Orient?
I can say the Orient. I can't say Oriental.
Oriental.
I can't say that.
No, you can say Oriental. It just refers to a rug. Like an Orient, it's like an Oriental rug is a weird thing. A person is not an Oriental. That's a
Oriental is a thing.
Yes, but not a person.
A person.
Not a person.
Well, the more
you know. Man. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Mm-hmm. That's why you'll drive by like Oriental rugs. You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just America fucking with foreigners. I thought it was us going back to it like, hey, you remember what we did? We're not changing these rugs. We're not changing these Asian-y rugs. But I had heard that a buddy of mine went to Japan and he was talking about how it was amazing and incredible. And he's like, dude, you would clean up in Japan.
You'd clean up.
And I was like, why is that? He's like, one, he's like white people are just like, everyone's like, whoa, there's white people here. Mm-hmm. He's like, and two, you look like what an American looks like in Japan.
Yeah.
Like they have stickers of just dark-haired men with mustaches who are white everywhere. He's like, you just are this cookie cutter, like oh, he's American.
It's like all Burt Reynolds, man. Like,
Tom Selleck.
Selleck,
I remember Mr. Baseball.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah.
And he shit in a hole. He had no idea how to do it either.
He did. Yeah. He went to, you got to think Tom Selleck. Well, Tom Selleck, wherever he goes, he's cleaning up.
It's Tom Selleck.
It's freaking Tom Selleck.
It's Magnum, dude. He's going to fucking crush Sliz. It's
anywhere,
Tom Selleck.
Any country.
Pick a country.
Any decade.
Pick a country.
Any era.
Any era. Any fucking century.
They wouldn't have had to fight the Peloponnesian War if he was there.
Just shows up.
We don't want to fight Tom Selleck.
They call him Genghis Dong. He's fucking it all up. They don't care. But yeah, he goes over and plays baseball with the Japanese and he crushes it. Mm-hmm. But like my buddy was like, yeah, if you go over there, you'd be able to, you'd probably get work. Just being like, you could probably
You would 100% get modeling work.
That's great.
Within hours. Like, I'm not kidding. Like within hours of you stepping off an airplane in Japan.
That's just a funny thing to say. Like within hours.
Yeah.
Mere
for sure.
hours. You are the head of fucking, you're on fucking GQ in Asia. In mere hours. Like that's just funny just to show up to Japan with no plan.
Right.
Just like, I'm leaving. Where are you going? Japan. I have no idea what I'm doing over there. But I'm gonna live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live my life.
Just call me Mr. Baseball.
I'm just going over there to see how I can do. Maybe I'll fucking find a lady. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll, dude. And that's, I want some culture. All I got is American culture. In Japan, I'd be able to like just, impose my culture.
Yeah.
Be like, fuck yeah.
Be like, I'm fucking with foreigners. And
yeah.
be like, well,
they're like, no,
you're the foreigner. And we're gonna fuck with you, actually.
I'd be like, no. I'm here. I'm America.
Yeah.
That would be also crazy to just
recognize.
Just go over there and just like try and Americanize a part of town.
Right.
Just see how long I could do it. Just like be like, just hanging American flags everywhere. It's like,
well, one of my big regrets was I met a guy in Italy who was like, all I want to do is start an American barbecue restaurant here in Italy. And he's like, do you want to do this with me? And I was like, I got other stuff going on. And I should have, like, what have I been
what was the
doing?
other stuff?
Fucking
your wife not fucking up a bathroom with poops? Just being blown away by the mystery of her bowel movements?
It's wild.
What was the other stuff?
I'm I'm a teacher. I got to get back home and be a teacher, and it's like,
nah, dude.
Nah. I could be in Italy, like, barbecuing shit every day and then just go down to the beach,
Wait, they have beaches in Italy?
Think about the shape of Italy. It's a peninsula. It's all beaches. It's probably the most beaches per square mile. You can't have more beaches than Italy.
Dan?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Beaches.
Part of me, honestly, I was like, Italian.
Beaches are goddamn American invention.
First off, fuck you guys.
I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something else we invented here in America is the beach.
Beach.
All right?
I think Miami Beach and Venice Beach. And Venice is not Italian. Fuck you. This has been the Empire Podcast. I am Ryan Shaner. Make sure you call the hotline 833-443-5300. We will address any comment, question, or concern. Dan, thanks so much for being on the show.
Yeah, man. This has been great.
Call the number. Fuck. Man, I sounded stupid.